This is the new chapter that we are going to begin with. Okay, it's known as fundamental symmetrical concept. Okay, so now, like with this chapter, we are going to start geometry. Okay, geometry. Now, what isn't geometry? If I tell you about it, see, it's about angles, it's about lines. Okay, it's about shapes, it's about measuring. Okay, it's about rays and line segments. Okay, so that is geometry is about constructing a circle and all. Okay, so that we are going to start from now on. All right. So now fundamental geometrical concepts. So now in this concept, like the fundamental concept, it consists of three things. Okay, mainly three things are there. We have a point, we have a line, and a plane. Okay, a point, a line, and a plane. Three things are there.
Why aren't we doing the maths?
We are doing maths in here.
I didn't
Okay,
understand.
this chapter is from maths. Okay,
Oh,
this
for a
is
second, I thought it was science.
no, no, Simran, it's not science because I'm explaining. That's why you thought it's maths. And yes, so we have point, line, and plane in it. Something happened that like I've got to teach you with PDF today because I guess my with my pen I can figure out today somehow. Okay, so we'll work on it with in this way with the PDF today. All right, I'll explain to you. So see,
Ma'am, I can't hear you, ma'am.
okay. So that's a point. Okay. Now, can you see this thread in my hand? Can you see this thread in my hand? I'm holding a thread. If I take this thread, open it, take one end of it in my hand like this, okay, and another one like this, and I straighten this, like I tightly hold it from both the ends. It is in a straight line. Okay, it's in a straight line. So this is basically a straight line. Okay, this is a straight line. Now, if I want, I can extend it. See, I can extend it from here and I can extend it from here. So I can extend it. Okay. So now this is the quality of a line that you can extend it till infinity. As much as you want, you can extend it from both the ends. That is the line. Okay. Now, naming them. If there is a line, okay, first a point we'll talk about. Okay, how can we name a point? So we can name a point using any symbol. Okay, we can name a point using any alphabet or um, Hindi Varnmala, Hindi like Hindi alphabet. You can name it with. Okay. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, I'm not understanding the point example a little.
The, po- the point example, take a pencil, okay, and press it on the paper. Press it on the paper, it stick on the paper, you will get a point. Okay, that is a point. All right, take a pen or a pencil, press it on a paper, move it just a little, and press it. You will get a point. Okay, so that is a point. Now, how you name it? See in this one here, it has named the point A, B, and C. Okay, in English, with English alphabets, you can name it like this. Okay, with any alphabet, and I can name it A. Edric can name it E. Yes, so you can name it with any alphabet. Hindi, you can use where A is written, you can use ka. Okay, and the Hindi alphabets, you can name it with Hindi Varnmala also. Okay, like do you know maths is also in Hindi. Maths is also in Hindi. So in Hindi, the figures in maths are named with ka, kha. Like the points are named it like that in Hindi maths. So yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, why do you need to learn maths in Hindi when you know it in English?
You don't have to learn maths in Hindi. This is just to for your information, okay? Just to let you know for your information that it can also be done in Hindi. But we guys are going to use English. Okay.
Ma'am,
So yes, Cedric.
why do you always use capital letters and not small a, small b, small c?
Small a, small b, small c. We use mostly like capital letters only to represent a point. Sometimes small is also used in suppose in a line segment or a line we use small also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So now naming a line. So this is what I've showed you. Okay, stretch a thread in a straight line, you will get a line. Yes, Abraham.
The question is, ma'am, for this chapter, will we need a geometry kit?
Does it need a geometry kit? Not right now. Okay, not right now. But when you will do, I'll let you know. Okay, one day before I'll let you know. All right. Right now we're just doing the concepts. Okay, what's the meaning of things? That only we are doing, not on the practical part right now. So when you will need a geometry kit, I'll let you. Okay. Yes. So line. Now, how do we name a line? How do we name a line? Now there are some points that lie on a line that are on the line. Okay, look at this example. T and R are on the line. So it can be named TR. Okay, the line can be called TR. Okay, but Q, some points are there which are not on the line. So we do not count that.
Ma'am, can I
Okay.
see how these points are plotted?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, please can I see how
Yes,
these points are plotted?
ma'am,
Ma'am, as these points are
both of
plotted,
them.
ma'am. Ma'am, so when we are drawing a parallel line, so basically what we do first is that so normally we'll just draw it with a ruler, but when we are drawing it, we will plot these points. So when the two arches meet, that's the Q point, and from the scale that we keep from the center point of the line, from the part that uh, our compass touches the left side is P, and the other part is R.
Okay,
mm,
okay.
ma'am,
Yes, yes, Andrew.
ma'am, two or more points on the same line are called collinear points.
Yes, good both of you. Um, when we have two or more points in the same line, they're called collinear, and Abraham, very good. That way we can draw with a compass and a pencil, okay? When we're given a measurement, you take your pencil and compass, place it on the scale. Suppose this is my scale. Take your compass and a pencil, you place it on a scale like this, okay? And then put the compass and the pencil on the one end and you cut an arc. And on the left and right, then you like from that point where the compass was to the point where the pencil cut an arc, you join them to form a line of that particular centimeter, of that measure. Okay, so that's how you draw a line with compass and pencil. Alright, so see, now we can, like Edric said, that we can use small alphabet to name the line. We can. See, this line is
Ma'am,
PR or RT is named
ma'am,
with L.
ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, like the line can be named small L or small M, small N, like that.
yes. Small L, small M. Okay, you can name it after, you can name your line after your name, small E, small A, small S. Okay, so you can name it as you want. All right, so that's how we can name it. But if you're using small alphabet, it will be a single small alphabet, okay, to name your line. All right, then we have a plane. We have a plane. Okay, what's a plane? You'll have a notebook or a book. You guys are having one right now. Just hold it up. If you touch its surface, okay, its surface of your book, okay, this surface, if you keep your palm on it, this is basically your plane, okay? This surface is known as a plane. All right, the surface of your book or notebook or your tabletop or a blackboard or anything, it's known as a plane, okay? This is known as a plane. Now, if it is, even if it is still water, okay, the surface of still water, it will also be a plane. All right, that's what a plane is. Now, it can be extended, okay, extendable indefinitely in all directions, okay. A plane can be extended in your left, right, up, down, all your directions. Not that
Ma'am, that's an aeroplane, ma'am.
the surface.
Ma'am, you're.
Hope I'm audible now.
Yes, now you're audible.
Yes. So it can be extended. All right. Suppose you can see this line A and T. Okay. You can see this. Now, if my plane was only till here first, my plane was only till here first, or if my plane was only till here first, okay. Can you see the dotted lines? Can you see the dotted lines? So I can
Yes,
extend
ma'am.
it. I can, yes, I can extend it more here.
Ma'am, it will
And I
extend
can,
forever, ma'am.
yes, it can extend. Okay. Indefinitely it can extend. All right. So, yes. Now, these are in-text questions that you can try out. Okay, very simple. And what I want you to do right now is give me a point, an example of a line, and an example of a plane. Okay, like give me examples of a point. Like you can give me like you can draw a point and
Dot.
tell me that
Dot.
yes, you can draw a dot and name it anything. Okay, and tell me that I've drawn a dot. Okay, whose name is this. All right, one by one we'll do this activity. Then you're gonna give me an example of a straight line and then an example of a plane. Okay.
So, ma'am, you have to draw a point and name it something.
Yes, and then tell me that I've named my point this. Then an example of a line, a straight line, and then an example of a plane.
By ma'am, an example of a straight line, you mean you draw a line and say, this is my straight line.
You can do that, or you can take such an example like the thread. Okay. Other examples like this also. of a straight line. What can be a straight line? A straight road can be a straight line. Okay, because it goes on, extendable. This thread can be example of a straight line. That way you can tell me, okay, one by one.
Ma'am, what do we need to draw? Or write
A
whatever you
point,
said?
a point only. Okay?
A what? Sorry, you are speaking softly.
A point, a point.
Okay.
Okay. Draw it, name it, and then tell me what you have named it. Okay. Then of the line and then of the plane. Don't draw
Ma'am,
those two. Just yes, Andrew.
ma'am, can we name the point as dot? Just a
As
dot?
dot,
Just a dot. Just a dot.
you cannot name it as just a dot. You have to use A, B, C or K, K, whatever.
The capital
You
letters,
name
not.
it in English.
Ma'am, Edric
Capital letters.
used ABC. Ma'am, Edric used ABC. He used a dot.
Oh, a dot means the name of his dot is A. Okay. Good one. Okay. Okay, so what's the name of your line? What's the line example, Edric?
Ma'am, like AB.
A, B. Okay. Can you give an example of any line?
Ma'am, 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 the edge of the book.
Edge of the book. Okay. All right. Resume.
Yes, that
Yes.
one.
Good. Yeah. And then give me an example of a plane. Not your aeroplane, but a surface plane.
Ma'am, the
Surface
floor.
plane. The floor. Yes, the floor is a good example. Okay, well done. Next, who wants to go? Abraham wants to answer next?
No, ma'am, not now. Ma'am, still preparing. I'm thinking.
Okay. Anaya wants to answer? Come on, it's easy. Very simple.
What do we have to do? Give you an example and tell you what we named the point.
Yes, first tell me the name of your point. Hope
Uh,
it's not DOT. I hope it's not a dot.
uh, X and Y.
Okay, so you have 2 points, one X and one Y. You can name one point with only one alphabet. Okay, 1 point with one alphabet only, one capital alphabet.
I thought we had to name two, like in the example.
No, in line we put two. Okay, in line we use two. Okay, what is it, sir? Come on, unmute yourself.
Hmm.
Done thinking. You can answer. Abraham, done? Simeon, turn on your video. Yes, you wanna answer, Simeon? Why no? It's very simple. It's easy. Just mark 1 point and name it any alphabet.
Because I didn't even hear what you said.
You didn't even hear. Okay. I said that draw a point in your notebook name it after an alphabet, name it as an alphabet, and then tell me what it is. Okay. Then tell me an example of a line. Okay. Suppose you can tell a straight highway. Okay, a straight highway can be an example of a line. All right, and then an example of a plane, a surface. Okay, 3 examples.
3 examples.
Of each, like a point, then one of a line, and one of surface of a plane.
Can you please repeat that 1 second? I didn't. Yeah.
Ma'am, I got one. I'm done.
Okay, Abraham, you can go first.
Ma'am, I drew a dot and the dot's name is B dot.
B dot. Okay, the dot's name is B dot. All right, and then
And then an example of a line is when you take building blocks and join them together like this, they become a line. And then they will also have a flat surface like this, a plane.
okay, building blocks. When you join them together in a straight line, they can form a line. Very good. And its surface. Okay. Yes, Onion.
I drew a line and a dot on it. It's named C dot.
C dot. Okay. All right. So we have dot A, we have B dot, we have C dot.
Ma'am, a dot. Ma'am, a dot.
Yeah, we have A dot, B dot, C dot. Okay, and
Ma'am,
what's the
it's
name
not
of the
B dot. Ma'am, it's
Ma'am,
not
you
B
create
dot.
one
It's
B dot.
E dot.
D E dot?
No, ma'am, B dot. B E.
D. D.
D dot.
No, ma'am, B.
D
B. Ma'am,
B dot. Yeah.
ma'am, you can also name your dot as D dot. D. D.
D dot. Okay, Anaya wants to. Okay, I got it. B dot.
Ma'am,
Anaya wants
Simeon
to name
finishes
it.
example. Simeon finishes example of a plane.
B dot.
Simran, you can tell your example of a plane.
I
Simran,
can't think of an example.
you can't think of an example. Okay, no
Ma'am,
problem.
ma'am, can I say something? The wings of
Yes,
an aeroplane. The wings of an aeroplane. They're flat.
they are flat. Okay, yes. So Simran wanted to observe around you. What are the flat surfaces? Okay, around you. So those are your examples of a plane. Okay. Yes, Anaya, you want to name a dot?
Ma'am, D dot.
D dot. Okay.
First B dot, then C dot, then D dot.
Yeah, a dot, B dot, C dot, and D dot.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes,
who is Hardik
This is
sir?
a flat surface.
Hardik sir. He's the like the owner of the NXT classes. Okay. Yes, Indian. Your that notebook is a good example of a flat surface. Okay, it's a good example. Yes.
Ma'am,
So yes.
ma'am, the floor of an aeroplane is the example of a plane.
Floor of an aeroplane is example of a plane. The wings of a plane is also an example of a plane.
Does a flat surface have to be completely straight or can it curve also in a
It
plane?
has to be straight. It has to be straight, like flat.
Ma'am,
You can place
Ma'am, it
your
could be a
hand and it's
table.
straight.
ma'am,
A
but the wings
tabletop.
are, ma'am, but the wings of an aeroplane are curved, ma'am, not straight.
what I'm saying, plate,
No,
tabletop,
I
right?
said tabletop, ma'am.
Ma'am, plate is
Tabletop.
also a good. Ma'am, plate is also a good idea. Example.
No, plate curves. It curves like this.
Its
No, but the
edges are
plate
the
is
curved.
not.
bottom part of the plate is always straight.
Bottom part is the example of a plane. Okay, bottom part. Yes. Okay, so all
Otherwise,
right.
if it was completely straight, it would keep on wobbling.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so can you all see that light?
Yes,
Can you all
ma'am.
see it?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
That light over there? Yes. So it's the source, okay? It's the source of
When the
light.
starting point.
Yes, the starting point. Now, what is a ray? Okay, a ray. A ray has a starting point, a source, and from that source, it extends and to indefinitely. Okay, it extends. Now that extent is not definite. Okay, we cannot put a stop to it to infinity. Okay, that ray has a starting point and it can extend to infinity. Okay, like sun. Okay, sun rays. Sun is the source. And why do we call it sun rays? Okay, that is the definition of a ray because sun is the source and the sunlight it extends everywhere. It doesn't have a fixed ending point, right? So something that has a starting point but doesn't have an ending point is known as ray. Okay, that is your ray. All right, now can you give me example of ray? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the rays of light from a tube light, ma'am. It starts from the tube light and then comes.
Yes. Tube
Ma'am,
light,
and
good
one thing,
example.
ma'am. One more thing.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, light travels in a straight line.
Travels in a straight line.
And that is
Yes,
called
that's right.
rectilinear propagation of light.
Okay, yes, that's known as rectilinear propagation of light. All right, good knowledge. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, an example of a ray of light is the screen.
The screen.
Yeah, like the
Okay,
it's just screen is made of tiny, tiny light. So when it hits your eye, you're able to see the screen. The computer.
okay. All right, very good. That can also be a good example. Your flashlight can also be an example. Candle can also be an example. Okay, they have a source, a starting point, but they do not have an ending point. Okay, so that
Ma'am,
is your yes.
ma'am, but ma'am, the point where the light starts from is the light is so bright.
Yes, the light
And
is
from
so
there,
bright.
it keeps getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer.
Yeah, that happens. Okay. As the distance increases, the light gets dimmer. That's right. And the source, it's the brightest. Okay, then like this way you can draw a ray. You can see this O point. This O point is the source. Okay, in this
Starting point.
diagram, yes, starting point. It's O is your starting point. Then it's going till A. And why do we put arrows? Okay, why do we put arrows? To show that it can be extended, okay, as much as we want, so that it can be extended to infinity. That's why we have put arrows here. Okay, so this is your ray. All right, it goes infinity in the same direction. Okay, only so these are about this figure. There is only a starting point on a ray, and the length is infinite. There are two endpoints on a line segment, and its length is finite. There is no endpoint on a line, and its length is infinite. Okay, so let's talk about the line segment next. A line segment next. Now, can you all see this line? This is a line L. Okay. Now this line L has 3 points in it: A point, B point, and C point. 3 points are lying on your line end.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
ma'am, this is called line ABC.
ABC. Yes. It can be called ABC. It can be called AC. It can be called CA. It can be called L. Okay. So now see, from point A to B and from point B to C and C point A to C, they're all parts of the line. Okay. We know where it is starting from and we know where it is ending. Okay. A and B. All right. A and C and B and C. So these are all parts of the line. These are all parts of the line. Okay. Which are known as line segments. Okay. These are known as line segments. All
Ma'am,
right. This end point, yes.
ma'am, the difference between line segment and line is line have no endpoint and line segments have two endpoints.
Yes, that's right. Line has no endpoint. Okay, but line segments has endpoints. Okay, they have endpoints. Now, do you have friends living near your house? Your friends living near your house, right? So from your house to your friend's house, okay, from your house to your friend's house, there is a particular distance. Okay, it's at a particular distance. Okay, suppose Anaya's house and her friend's house. It is at a particular distance. So it is a line segment. The distance between your house and your friend's house is a line segment because we know what's the starting point, Anaya's house. What's the ending point? Her friend's house. Okay. So that is a line segment. Okay. This example, distance between two houses is your line segment. All right. So, can you name one friend live near your house? Okay, so we assume that your friend's name is AD. Okay,
What is it?
weird, but yeah, AB.
A
Okay,
B.
for example. Okay, now, so the what will be the line segment's name? Anaya AD. Okay, so suppose, yeah, so that's how you name a
Ma'am, why
line
me
segment.
always? Choose someone else also.
Ma'am, you can use me, Abraham, Simeon, Emma, Hadik sir, or you also.
Yeah, I can use anyone. It's like the I don't know, I can use anyone. Okay. Suppose take Edric's house and Abraham's house. Okay. And starting point is Edric's house and ending point is Abraham's house. Okay. So Edric's house to Abraham's house is a long distance, but it is measurable. Okay. So the name of it will form a line segment and its name will be Edric Abraham. Okay, so that's how you name it. Suppose if A and B, in this example, P and Q. Starting point is P, ending point is Q. So how do you name it? PQ. Okay, PQ. That's how you name your line segments. Okay, so that's all for today. We will stop here. Okay, today's class was so much fun, and your dots were fun. Good examples. Okay, so please try in the next 2 days, okay, 2 to 3 days. You can try out example 10.1 to 10.2. Okay, no rush. Try out exercise 10.1 and 2. Take the next 2 3 days. Okay, very simple it is. You can try them out, and tomorrow on we will study further. Okay, we'll study further about geometry. All right, so that's all for today. Okay, Adric, see you
Bye
tomorrow.
bye, ma'am. Bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Okay, so 5 minutes break. Okay, and then I'll see you in the science class. Okay, we'll meet in the science class. Hope you guys are there. We are going to start right now. Please turn on your videos. Okay. So, hope Abraham is also there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, yes, today we will talk about, this is the last class of this chapter, and today we'll talk about neutralization. Okay. So now we know that some substances are acidic in nature and some substances are basic in nature. Okay. Now what happens if we mix an acid and a base? Okay. What will happen if you combine an acid and a base? So this is what neutralization is about. Okay. So acid and base, when they are combined in suitable amounts, the properties of acid, like the acidic properties of the acid is destroyed, and the properties of the bases is also destroyed. Okay. Acids and bases, the properties are destroyed. All right. They become neutral. Okay. Your acids and bases, they become neutral. All right. So now this reaction between an acid and a base is known as neutralization. Okay, this reaction that's taking place between an acid and a base is known as neutralization. Okay, now salt and water are produced in this process with the evolution of heat. Okay, so heat is also produced in this reaction when an acid and a base reacts together. Okay. So this is an example. This is a reaction. Hydrochloric acid we have, it's an acid. HCl plus sodium hydroxide. Okay, that's a base. One is an acid, another is a base. When we combine them, what we get? We get NaCl, sodium chloride plus water and heat. Okay. Like I told you, then when reactions takes place, there's something that's produced. Okay, with it. It can be sound, it can be smell, okay, it can be heat. Okay, so something is produced with it. That is heat in this neutralization. When neutralization reaction is taking place, heat will be produced in it. Okay, heat will be produced with it. All right. So some salts are generally used in our homes, like baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, etc. Okay. So acid plus base gives salt also. Okay, it gives salt, and these are the salts that are used in our homes. Okay, like baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, etc. Okay, then now neutralization takes place in our everyday lives. Okay, we can see examples of neutralization reaction in our everyday lives. Okay. Now, what happens if an ant bites you? Okay. If there's an ant bite, okay. So on that, sometimes you must have seen like there is solution, a paste of baking soda prepared to apply on it. Okay. On an ant bite. Like mix water in the baking soda, the paste is applied to it. Why? Because baking soda um, it reacts with the acid, okay, of the ant bite, all right, and it neutralizes its effect. Okay, it neutralizes its effect. When ant bites, it injects the acidic liquid into the skin. The effect of the acid can be neutralized by rubbing moist baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate it is, or calamine solution. Okay. Now, calamine solution contains zinc carbonate. Okay. So now when they are mixed, when acids and bases are combined, it neutralizes the acid. Okay. So it is good for it. All right. Then we have indigestion. Now, our stomach contains hydrochloric acid. Okay, it helps us to digest food, but due to some reason, too much of acid in the stomach causes indigestion. Okay, if there is too much acid in the stomach, what happens? Indigestion takes place. Now, to relieve the indigestion, we take antacid. Have you heard this term antacid before? Means that it is used to neutralize the effect of the acid that's in the stomach. Okay, to neutralize its effect, to lessen its effect, or to remove or reduce its effect. Antacid is given, such as milk of magnesia. It contains magnesium hydroxide, which neutralizes the effect of excessive acid. Okay. Then we have soil treatment. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers makes the soil acidic. When the farmers who grow plants, when they use when excessively they use chemical fertilizers, what happens? The soil becomes acidic. And in that acidic soil, plants do not grow well. Okay. When if the soil is too acidic or too basic, it is bad for the plant. Okay, it's always bad for the plant. So if the soil, because of the fertilizers, if it becomes too acidic, it's treated with bases. Okay, bases is added to the soil, such as quicklime, that's calcium oxide, or slag lime, that's calcium hydroxide. Okay, those are the bases to make the soil quality better, suitable for the plants. Okay, if the soil is basic, organic matter is added to it. Organic matter releases acids which neutralize the basic nature of the soil. Okay, sometimes the soil might be too acidic, sometimes too basic. If it's too acidic, bases are added such as quicklime, slag lime. If it is basic, then organic matter is released into the soil to make it, to neutralize the basic nature of the soil. Okay, till here it's clear. Any questions, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Anaya, any questions? Okay, Simeon, anything you want to ask?
No.
Okay. All right. So with this, we finished with this chapter. Okay. So your eighth chapter is over. All right. And you can try out the back exercises in the next 3 days. Okay. No hurry. You can try this out in the next 2 to 3 days. All right. Finish it up. And your next chapter, we'll begin with it today. Fibers and fabrics. Okay. Fibers and fabrics. Any one of you know what's fiber or what's a fabric?
Yes, ma'am, it's like cloth.
Yeah. Fabric, it's like cloths. And what's a fiber?
It's like elephant's poop.
Sorry, what?
Ma'am, elephant's poop.
No, no, Abraham. Fiber is not elephant's poop. It's basically what fabric is made of. Okay. Since
Ma'am, but
thread-like structure.
ma'am, it says that paper is made of fabric and some paper comes from the poop of elephants. Paper is made of fiber.
Some paper is made of fiber, yes, okay, and fiber is of different types. Okay, they have different types of fiber, but that's totally different from what you are talking about. Okay, that is not a fiber. All right. So we will talk about what's fiber and what's a fabric? Okay, so fabric, if we talk about, are mainly of four types. Okay, like it's the material with which clothes and mats and covers and etc. are made of. Okay, so fabrics can be of cotton, it can be of silk, it can be woolen, it can be synthetic. Okay, those are your types of materials which is used to make different things. Okay, that's your fabric. Now, different fabrics are made up of different fibers. Okay, like properties of these fabrics are different from each other. Why? Because they are made up of different types of fibers. Okay, now fibers, what are fibers? Like cotton, jute, silk, and wool. These four things, okay, they are obtained from plants and animals. Its fibers are obtained from plants and animals, okay. When you take cotton, you process it into like thin threads, like things, okay, that is your fibers. You take them and make fabric out of them. You take them and make fabric out of them. All right. So fabric is made up of fibers. And where do we get fibers from? We get fiber from plants and animals. So the fiber that we get from plants and animals is known as natural fibers. Okay. It's known as what? Natural fibers because we are getting them from nature. Okay. Because we are getting them from plants and animals. Okay, cotton and jute are fibers obtained from plants. Wool and silk fibers are obtained from animals. Okay, like we have a cotton plant, a jute plant. Then you have for wool, sheep is there. Okay, and silk, silkworm is there. Okay, so those are all natural fibers. Woolen fibers are obtained from fleece of sheep or goat, also obtained from the hair of rabbits, yak, camels. White silk fiber is drawn from the cocoon of silkworm. Okay, then for thousands of years, natural fibers were the only ones available for making fabrics. In the last 100 years or so, fibers are made from chemical substances. These are called synthetic fibers. Some examples of synthetic fibers are polyester, nylon, and acrylic. Okay, these are human made. Okay, like humans make them with chemical substances. Okay, like these are not natural, they are not naturally obtained from nature or plant or animals, but they are human made. All right, so these are synthetic fibers. Okay, its examples are polyester, nylon, and acrylic. Okay, you can try out these fill in the blanks and um true or false at home today. You can try that. Try them. All right. No need to rush with the homework. I'm telling again. Okay. Take the next 2 3 days. Do the math homework. Do the science slowly. Okay. I'm in no rush, but make sure you send me once you've done it. Okay. Share it with me. All right. Then we have some plant fibers. We're going to study the fibers in a little detail. Okay. So fibers which are obtained from plants are known as plant fibers, example cotton, jute, etc. As we know, then we have cotton. Okay, this is another plant fiber. Cotton plants are usually grown at place shaving black soil. It's I think having black soil and warm climate. Cotton is mainly grown in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Gujarat. The fruits of cotton plant are cotton balls and are about the size of a lemon. After maturing, the balls burst open and the seeds covered with cotton fibers can be seen. Cotton fibers are white, so a cotton field that is ready for picking looks like a field covered with snow, like this. Okay, so it's
I think
like
I've seen
it's
it before.
You have seen it before?
Yes.
Yes, right. So it flowers first, okay, and then it reveals the cotton fibers. All right. Then it's usually picked by hand.
Ma'am, I've seen a
Fibers.
tree. Ma'am, I seen cotton grown on a tree.
You've seen it on a tree. How? Have you seen like the round shaped flowers of it on a tree? I haven't seen it on a tree. I think
Yes,
it's a
ma'am.
plant. Okay, I think it's a plant of it. So when I was a kid, what I used to do is like we used to visit this place and they had cotton plants growing there. Okay, so I used to pluck the balls. Okay, they weren't mature that time, so I used to pluck those balls and then open it. Okay, and then I used to open them to get your cotton, to take cotton out of it. It also has seeds in it. Also has like seeds. So that way you can that from that your cotton is derived and it's to give you your cotton threads. Then it's made into your cloth, okay, your fabric. It's made into your fabric. All right. So then we have jute. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. Okay, so we get jute fiber from the stem of your jute plant. In India, it's cultivated during the rainy season. Okay, the cultivation of jute takes place in your rainy season. Okay, so where it is mainly grown? It's mainly grown in the states of West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Okay, those are the places where jute is mostly grown. It's normally harvested when it's at the flowering state. Okay, that time it's harvested. Stems of the harvested plants are immersed in water for a few days. Like they take the stems when it's at the stage to produce plants. They take the stems, immerse it in water for a few days. So the stems rot and fibers are separated by hands. Okay, they rot and they rot to be um like fibers. Okay, thin fibers. They separated from it by hands. Yarns are made up from these fibers. Okay, they're spinned to make a thread that is known as yarn. Okay, so this is spinning thing. Okay, this is known as charkha that was used in ancient times. Okay, this is a spinning device. It was used in ancient times. Okay, still in some villages it's used. Charkha it's known as, okay, to form yarn. Process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. Okay, then you take the fibers and make yarn from
I
it.
heard
It's
I
called
heard it as
spinning.
yam.
Yam. No, it's yarn. Okay, yeah. So in this process, fibers from a mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted. This brings the fibers together to form a yarn. Spinning is done using Takli, spindle, and charkha. These are the devices with which it's spinned. Okay. Spinning of yarn on a large scale is done with the help of spinning machines. Okay. This is your Takli. I don't know. Never seen it. And this is your spinning wheel or charkha. Okay. Nowadays it's
I've
done with
seen
machines.
we have one small model of a chatka.
Of a charkha. Okay. All right. So from yarn to fabric. Okay, now there are many ways by which fabrics are made from yarn. Okay, the two main processes are weaving and knitting. Okay, so You might have noticed that a fabric is made up of two sets of yarns arranged together. Process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called weaving. Okay, two are weaved together, like one here, and then they insert the one, then put it out from the other side, and insert the other one, pull it from the other side, and then they twist and make it. Okay, a pattern like this. So this is known as weaving. Okay, this is known as weaving. Weaving of a fabric is done on looms. Okay, this is hand loom. This is power loom. Means this is machine used with power. This is done with hands. Okay, you heard the term like hand loom dresses, hand loom kurtis, and all. Okay, what's that? It's made with using this process. Okay, hand loom. All right, so loom is either hand operated or power operated. Looms which are hand operated are known as hand looms, while power operated looms are known as power looms. Okay, then we have
Ma'am,
knitting.
I have a question. Ma'am, I have a question. Ma'am,
Mhm.
hand looms are more expensive than machine looms, right?
Hand looms are more expensive. I think so. Yes, I think so. Handwork is always more expensive, as far as I've noticed, because there's a lot of hard work that's put in. Okay, they do it with their hands, and that is why I think that's more expensive than the machine works. Like there is in saris also there is a print, okay, hand print they call it, hand printed. So that is more expensive, a bit more expensive because it's done with the hand. Like they do it with the hand actually. Okay, so yes. All right. So then we have knitting. It's a special type of weaving. In knitting, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. Similarly, a sweater is knitted. Okay. Have you seen like two what do you call it? Silver sticks or metal kind of sticks like this with hole in it, and then you put the yarns through it and tie it, and then the grandmothers and old people mostly do like put one here and there, and put them together like this to knit a cap or a sweater or a scarf. So seeing like in real or in movies, that is knitting. Okay.
Ma'am, I've
Yes,
seen it in
Sebastian.
real life. I've seen it in real life when my grandmother was knitting something for my cousin.
Okay. Wow, that's great. So yeah, people do in real life. I've seen it in real life too. Okay. My grandmother's sister knits. Okay. So yeah. So that is knitting. Okay, they take those two stick kind of things. Okay, put the yarns through it, tie it, and then put them together to form the woolen things. Basically, are mostly knitted. Okay, like socks or hats or caps or woolen caps or scarves, sweaters, and all that. Okay, then this is history of clothing material. Let's take a quick look at it. Thousands of years ago, man discovered clothing material to protect himself from heat, sun, and rain. It appears that in those times, people used the bark and big leaves of trees or animal skins and furs to cover themselves. After that, they learned to weave twigs and grass vines to weave fabrics. Animal fleece or hair were twisted together into long strands. These were woven into fabrics. They started to make cotton fabric. People used to wear unstitched clothes. They simply draped around the parts of their body. With the invention of the sieving needle, people started stitching fabrics to make clothes. Okay, this talks about ancient times where they used leaves and animal skins, animal hair, and all those things to make clothing, pieces of clothing. Okay, then with the discoveries of needle, with the discovery of all of it, which they discovered that it can made of cotton, the needle and all those things. They started coming together to form fabrics and then from fabric clothes. Okay. So they have exercise 9.2 that you can try out. Okay, 9.2 you can try out. Go slow. Okay, no rush. All right. Whenever you have finished with the previous, slowly you can do it next 3 4 days. Then we have wool. Okay, now this is another natural fiber that's obtained from um, animals. Okay, this is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, and some other animals. These wool-yielding animals wear hair on their body. Hair trap a lot of hair easily. As a poor conductor of heat, that is, air does not allow heat to pass through it, so heat is maintained, and hair keeps these animals warm. Wool is derived from these hairy fibers. Okay, we know that wool is derived from hairy fibers. Like wool, through the wool, air cannot pass. Okay, it keeps it warm. So that is when we wear woolen sweaters, cardigans, and clothes. We feel warm. Okay, because it does not allow the air to pass through it. All right. So okay, now animals that yield wool. Several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of our country. They provide different types of wool. Wool is also obtained from goat hair. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats. Angora goats are found in hilly regions. See, this is sheep. Okay, center one is normal goat. Third one is Angora goat. Okay, really hairy goat. Okay, so Angora wool is obtained from this one. Alright. Then there is some more animals with which wool is obtained, from which wool is obtained. We have yak, we have camel, llama, and alpaca. Okay. From these also wool is obtained. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft. It is woven into fine shawls called pashmina shawls. In Tibet and Ladakh, wool is obtained from yak. The fur on the body of camels is also used as wool. Okay, llama and alpaca found in South America also yield wool. Okay, so have you heard about pashmina shawls? Pashmina shawls, if you've heard about. Okay, they are very popular here. Rajasthan is popular. So they are made up of Kashmiri goat, okay, and really expensive. Pashmina shawl, okay, it's really expensive and like it's lightweight material but very warm. Okay, it's like a really lightweight. It's very lightweight but warm. Okay, you won't feel that you're wearing, but you have on such a light material because actually it's warm. Okay, so that is Pashmina shawls. Yes,
Ma'am,
Ekam.
I think when my grandmother came from Kashmir, she brought a Kashmiri shawl.
Yeah,
I think
yes,
so, ma'am. I'm not sure.
yeah. The shawls from Kashmir are famous. Okay? These are famous from Kashmir. Here also people come to sell a lot of in the winter times here in our city. A lot of people from Kashmir come to sell shawls. Okay? Kashmir, the like woolen things from Kashmir they bring here to sell, and mainly shawls. Okay, so yes. Then there are some Indian breeds of sheep. Sheep are reared in many parts of our country for wool. Sheep are mainly reared in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat states. Okay, so this is some Indian breeds of sheep. Okay, it has the quality of wool is mentioned and where it's found is mentioned. Okay, so we have Lohi. It has good quality wool found in Rajasthan and Punjab. We have Rampur Bushehr. Okay, brown fleecing. It has a brown coating of fur. Okay, found in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. We have Nali. That's carpet wool. Okay, found in Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab. We have ba Bakharbal. This is for woolen shawls and it's found in Jammu and Kashmir. Marwari has coarse wool. It's found in Gujarat. And then Patanwadi for hosiery kind of wool found in Gujarat. Okay. So
What's hosiery?
hosiery is like um how to explain, very light and soft material. Okay, that is hosiery. Okay, lightweight and soft material it is. Or it mainly kind of your mainly if I tell you an example, night suits. Okay, like very smooth and lightweight and soft. Okay, that is hosiery material. All right. Then certain breeds of sheep have thick coat of hair on their body which yields good quality wool in large quantities. These sheep are raised by selective breeding. It's a special process of reproduction. In this method, sheep are chosen specially to give birth to such progeny having soft hair on their body. Okay. Selective breeding means you select the sheep. Okay. You select this particular kind of sheep. Okay. Which give birth to a particular type of sheep baby. Okay. It's called a progeny. All right. Having soft hair on their body. So this process is known as selective breeding. Okay, then we have rearing of sheep. The sheep is has so much wool on it. So yeah, rearing of sheep we have means that shaving of the wool of the sheep. Okay, obtaining wool out of a sheep is known as rearing of a sheep. Okay, sheep are herbivores. They prefer to eat grass and leaves. Apart from grazing, sheep rearers also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil, cakes, and minerals. Okay, this is the sheep diet. Okay, what do sheep eat? All right, and in winter, they're kept indoors and fed on leaves, grain, and dry fodder. Once the reared sheep have developed a thick growth of hair is shaved off for getting wool. Okay, once they have a thick hair grown, it's shaved off to get wool. Okay, to obtain wool from it. All right, so now we will stop here. Okay, look how it's they're rearing the sheep. Okay, they're shaving off the its wool cover. Okay, so processing fibers into wool, we will continue tomorrow. Okay. How do you process this wool to make fibers and then how fabric is made from it? You will see this process in the next class. Okay. Tomorrow. Alright. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's all for today. See y'all. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, Anaya. Bye, Simeon.
Bye.